Greetings everyone, and welcome back to the Bionicle Retro review. And today, we are looking at the first original Toa Mata. Golly, these guys are probably my favorite Toa of all time, and because they're just a classic and original. Not my favorite Toa build, but just my favorite Toa just in general, because I just like the way they look, and these are just the most nostalgic for me. But before I really get into the review, let's look at let's talk about the set numbers and all that good stuff. Alright, so we're starting with 8531 Pahatu, 8532. Did I say 31 or 32? I think I said 31. Okay, anyway, 8532 Anua, or Anua, whatever. 8533 Gali, 8534 Tahu, 8535 Liwa, and 8536 Kopaka. And all of them, the piece count was about 35-ish, 36. They have varying pieces. Pahatu having the most as of 49 pieces, and Anua having the least because he only has 30. But around there, they're like 30 to 40 pieces-ish. And retail price was $7. And of course, they were released in 2001. Alright, the Toa Mata. Okay, let's start with the pros. The pros is their fantastic color scheme. My goodness, look at their colors. So vibrant, so rich. And it's crazy how the first Toas had probably one of the most vibrant colors out of any of the Toas. Now, this is just, a little bit of a biased opinion. I just think they have the best colors. Now, when I get to later years, I don't have those sets yet, so later years, I don't know yet until I actually look at them. So, my opinion might change, but as of right now, I like the Toa Mata best out of all the Toas with the color scheme at least. Second pro would be their gear function, and starting with Tyler, since he's right here, and he has, oh no, Kopaka. Okay, all right. They have their standard gear function. They're the ones that start it, so of course it's very simple and primitive compared to others, but they're the ones that start it, so that's nice. Third pro would be their what would be their third pro? I only have a third pro. I'm just now, because third pro kind of goes into just how they are similar sets, but they're diverse enough, or at least they try to, and I will count as a pro, because Pahatu is extremely different from the rest. I know because he's just built upside down, but let me focus a bit on him. So yeah, he is very much different compared to the other ones, and I like that because he's built differently and upside down, and he has his leg function. I'm gotta move. Yep, can move that. He can kick instead of everyone else just they can slash their arm up and down. So that's very nice. And he has a little coley ball that he can kick, but I'm not gonna do that because that requires a little too much effort. So I'm not gonna do that. All right. And also, still talking about the gears, Gali and Anua, but I'll get Gali for the sake of this demonstration. They can move both their arms up and down. So that's the unique part between them. And just, for Kopaka, Liwa, and Tahu, they just have the standard, focus, just the standard, arm swinging motion. So that's all they got with that. So nothing too special with them on that, but I still like it. All right. I think that's about it with the pros. But a side note, this is a pro for me, not for anyone else, is I know I should have said this in the Taraka review. I should have said this in the Tahunga review, but I didn't because I kind of forgot. But their heads, my goodness, their heads are so much better. Because I like these heads way more than these horde abominations. I mean, I don't even want to focus that because that thing is hideous. I meant to mention that in the Tahungas because this head is absolutely hideous. I hate it. I don't know why they had this for the Tahungas, because when you take the mask off, they look terrifying. I hate that. But these heads are so much more. But they're so much better, I meant to say. Because those other heads are not very good, in my opinion. But that's a personal pro for me. Alright, getting into the cons. The cons will be the one that's very abundant, is their articulation. Their articulation is not the greatest, because they're indeed the originals, but their articulation is not so much. It's not still not that good, because they have no knees. They can swivel their legs sideways, and they can barely move it up and down. And the arms suffer that same thing. You can't even move the arm up. It's just, this is all you can do with it. So not very special on that. And the gear sometimes, at least in my opinion, kind of gets in the way a little bit, because, you know, arms will flop if you're like playing with them. But I mean, I don't play with them, but it's just the fact when I used to, they would flop a lot. And it's like, or you pull the arm out of the socket, it's very flimsy on that. And their stability is relatively okay, but I would say not the greatest. But, and I would say their second con is they are very much, pretty much all around the same build and same looking thing, just recolored, because all of them are identical except for Pahatu. But even then, they all have the exact same torso, same arms, same legs, same pretty much everything except for the mask. And even that, you can get all the mask and all the colors. So but that's actually a pro on that, is, you know, get all the mask colors, which I do not have. I wish I did, but I do not, because I'm not going to spend that much money again just the mask. Or at least if I do, that'll be way in the future, so it won't be anytime soon, unfortunately. So sorry about that, but it is what it is. Now this is kind of a con-ish, sort of, but that's only for a few of them, is with Anua and Gali, is that their arms will, like, you can't straighten their arms sometimes. Like, sometimes their arms will kind of get in this weird position where they're kind of like stuck. Not like stuck, but I don't know. For me, I like them having like I like these pointing like straight up, but sometimes it would not. It would be like curved like that. It just won't work. And I can't fix them because their gears will not allow me to fix it. It's very weird. A very strange ordeal how that works, but I don't know. But with that out of the way, I want to say that is it for them, because there's not much else to say, because they're not very, it's not really a lot to talk about them. They're kind of just, you know, they're just the start, the originals, and they did a simple function, and that's really about it. I mean, it's not really much else I can really speak on it. So I'm not gonna ramble on for too much longer. So that's it. Overall, these are still amazing sets. I would get them, honestly. I hate that it took so long for me to even get them, but I'm so glad I do. And because my favorite one is Bohatu. So just if anyone wants to know that, you probably don't, but I'm just gonna mention that he is my favorite out of them all because he looks so different. But anyway, if I was to review them, like, which I am, if I give them a rating, I would say they're pretty much like an 8 out of 10, because they're just so cool. They're just amazing. I mean, I know they don't move a lot, they don't have much like articulation, but they're just so simple that they just work. They work for what they are, and it's just amazing. But, alright, I am finished reviewing them. Join me next week when I look at the first and smallest Rahi out of them all, the Nui Ramas. Thank you so much for watching, and please comment down below, like, what is your favorite Toa, just Toa period, out of either Toa Mata or heck, even the other Toas in, you know, other years. But I just said already, my favorite is Bahatu in this one. But typically the red one is always my favorite, but for this one, Tahu's normally my favorite, or at least the red Toa in general. Toa Nuva Tahu is my favorite, but out of the Mata, it's Bahatu. But that is besides the point. So yeah, comment down below, give this video a like, and maybe hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. And oh yeah, before I cut off, I have a Discord called the Kanohi Club, and I will have a link in the description, but please maybe join it, check it out. I appreciate it, and you know, I'll discuss more about other things there. And follow me on Twitter, also link in the description. Please follow me there as well. And okay, now I'm done. All right, thank you again, and I will see you guys all next week.
On the island of Matanui, 6 mighty heroes rise against evil. To succeed, they must find the masks of power. Join their quest against evil. Discover their skills. Use their masks. Bionicle, find the power. Live the legend.